So, after Trump's winning again in South Carolina, it's quite certain that he will be the new Republican presidential nominee, and therefore the new president. But why would anyone vote for a clown? Because Trump is insane, right? Well, not exactly. Remember DeSantis? Theoretically, he was a better candidate for the job, but he failed in one little tiny detail. He made a drama about his ideology, unlike Trump, who is entertaining. And that's all what matters in America, entertainment. Plus, Trump has a big advantage against all the other politicians, and because of this, none of them can compete with him. But more about that later. Trump is a showman. Remember when Trump made Nancy so mad that she teared her paper apart after Trump's speech? Well, that's Trump. That's entertaining. And there are several other occasions like this out there, and more gonna come, which means even more entertainment. Because these piece of moments are then taken up by the press and comedians and YouTubers who gonna create their own content about it, which brings even more entertainment to the people. And Americans want that kind of entertainment back. Trump is actually a reality hero. He took the reality shows and took it to the next level, incorporating it into politics. Seriously, I never get so much news about politics as I got back in the days when Trump was a president. Probably I developed this curiosity about this topic in these years watching all that comedy shows. And now look at Biden. What did he give to America? Well, he's sort of funny as well, but more in a sadly way. Like when he falls down from his bike, or when he cannot climb the stairs, or when he read too much, etc. He showed that he is weak and fragile. And personally, I don't think that such a person should be the leader of the most powerful country. But it's your choice, of course. Plus, everyone thought that he's a better man, a reliable man, but then turned out that he's as corrupt as the rest of them. The only difference is that he's also boring. So, in comparison, people are laughing on Biden, but people are laughing with Trump. For this reason, people want Trump back. He is as shady as everyone up there, but he's at least entertaining. And this is only just a fraction of his skills, because his biggest one is probably that he is unpredictable. And in a strict environment as politics, where if you get a little scandal you are out, well, depending on your niveau of course, because if you are high enough, only that is your way out, and you can do practically anything. Okay, there are still some rules to follow, but you get the point. Then comes Trump, a rock star, and he fucks the whole thing up. He says things and does things what other politicians cannot. Hell, he has so many scandals that 1 or 2 or even 10 extra doesn't change anything. Unlike other politicians who will be criticized after doing just one thing wrong. Trump is such a badass that he could start World War III just because he had a bad day. And that's just insane! But in the same time, it's very powerful. Think about it. Other world leaders must take extra precaution with Trump because of this unpredictability. And they fear him as well, a bit for sure. Which can be a big advantage during negotiations. The opponent has no idea how he will react about things. Unlike Biden's case. The problem with Biden is that everyone has an idea about him. That he is an incompetent grandpa. He's not ruling America, he's just a pawn. That's the experience of the people. But with Trump, everyone has this impression that he is competent, that he is actually in charge, and no one can tell him what to do. He is who dictates and makes his own politics, and not just serving to the elite. And these impressions are what counts, not reality. Fun fact, statistically seen, the American economy now is in a much better shape than it was during Trump's presidency, but people feel otherwise. Trump sold the idea that he is one of you, a small man. Although everybody knows that he is a billionaire, but he sold the idea that he fights for a small man, and he won't fight the elite. What he probably won't, but ideology and hope is more powerful than anything. And you would like to think that he's gonna help you to get a better life. So you're gonna vote for him. You know, the first time I saw him, I thought, such an idiot cannot win. But then you had Hillary on the other side, so I don't know which of them would be worse. Then you made Trump president, and what a interesting year it was. But after that, when he was gone, shit, I missed him. Plus, I'm sure he is more charismatic in real life as he looks from the videos. And another fun fact, I watched some of his earlier speeches when he was younger, and wow, that younger Trump is very good. I wish the older one was as good as well and would think twice about what he's saying. Although the older Trump is more entertaining, so I guess something for something, right? You know, the Me Too and the woke movements got their spotlight during the Trump presidency, at least as I remember it, because I never heard of these things before that, which was probably a reaction against Trump from the Democratic side, a very bad and shameful move in my opinion. So I'm very curious what kind of horrible movements gonna born during this upcoming 4 years of Trump presidency. Okay, relax, this is not a unique phenomenon for the US. I think generally people are fed up with lying, spineless, profit-oriented people who calls them politicians. Because they saw this little group and no matter what people do and what happens, how these politicians switch positions after elections, things stay mostly unchanged. So actually in depression, if things are and will be anyway shit, then at least let's have a laugh about it. And the era of troll politicians are born. I think Orban and Berlusconi are the links between, the real politicians and the troll politicians and Trump, because this phenomenon is not just a thing which happened from today to tomorrow, but more about this in another video. So, our system, or democracy, and the whole presidency is wrong and badly made, because those people upstairs are not and will not be interested about you. They don't care. They just care about themselves and their family. They want to be on power or at least near it so that they can control where the money flows and how could they take profit from it. And the gap between poor and rich grows every day more and more, and it will never stop because no one did anything to stop it. So if things are not good in our society or in politics, at the end it's not their fault, but it's your fault. Because you, all of you let this happen. I guess we deserve our future after all.